Okay, this video, I'm going to talk about how most of you guys are mentally broken because of the velo epidemic we're in, the obsession, the injury epidemic, and how to unbreak your mind. Okay. So I'll make videos about, okay, learn the knuckleball, learn good mechanics, hit your spot, stuff like that. And I'll literally have people that will say, well, in today's game, Greg Maddux would have a 5 ERA. And they're trying to make the argument that, oh, well, today's game's so much better. So it doesn't work. You can't just hit your spots. You have to just throw 105 in today's game. It's that much better. But think about this. And let's think professionally and logically about this, not just emotionally, okay? So, how are guys having 20-year big league careers if the game is just way better just all of a sudden? How is Kershaw, who threw 93, maybe top 96, 97 when he was younger, had a pretty good arm? How is he throwing 87, 88 now and still dominating if the game is just so much better all of a sudden? How are guys able to pitch into their 40s when their velocity drops if the game is so much better? And the answer is it's not so much better. It's the same game. And maybe, it gets gradually ever so slightly better, but not in some kind of crazy way that you guys think, or otherwise guys wouldn't have long MLB careers. That would just be impossible. So reality is it's basically just habits change and focuses change. So it used to be that pitchers would hit their spots and focus on getting outs, and then they get, hey, we can measure velocity now super accurately, and we know that if we throw a ball 100, it can be good. So let's just all measure that and try to tell our pitchers, throw every pitch as hard as you possibly can. And that's an experiment. And look what happened. Everyone's blowing out their arm. MLB's actively looking for solutions for this because they regret that this is how the game has gone. It's not even fun because, it's the four true outcomes: strikeout, home run, walk, or what's it? Maybe three true outcomes. Three true outcomes. And so not even fun anymore. And so they're trying to figure out how to keep everyone from blowing out their arms, how to make the game more fun. And this is MLB, where players are getting paid millions of dollars, and it's terrible for the game. So how are we doing this in youth baseball with 8-year-olds, 12-year-olds, high school? Okay. How is this happening? How are we seeing guys blowing out their arms because they're told to throw 100, every single pitch told to throw max effort, and then that's how we're throwing when we're 11 years old? It's because we're broken mentally, okay? And we're trying to help you guys, okay? I'm not making all these videos just for myself. I'm trying to change the culture, trying to make a difference so that we can have the best baseball development in the world, but we can't do that if everybody's broken. And the same thing's happening in Japan. There's a lot of people coming out saying, yeah, injuries are skyrocketing out here. A lot of the John Smoltz made it his crusade to try to help people with the injury epidemic, warning parents, don't be chasing velocity, learn good mechanics, learn your body. Smoltz said he thought he'd only pitch a few years in today's game because he would be throwing every pitch max effort because that's what he's told to do, blow his arm out like 10 times and he'd be done. Okay. It's not sustainable. So now you're seeing pitchers like Kershaw, they're throwing 86, 87, 88 fastballs. What that should kind of be like, okay. So everyone's doing that. They're blowing out their arm every single year, but we still know it can be done. And so what's the new money ball in baseball going to be? Because baseball's always about trends. It's a copycat game. The new money ball is going to be, and MLB is already talking about how to incentivize it, is okay, so you could, pitch at 97 and blow out your arm every, year and have X amount of value, or you could pitch at 95 and hit your spots, probably be a better pitcher. Oh, and then you're not going to get as injured. And then that's the new way the game's going to be. There's been people that have actually commented on my videos. They've said, yeah, they've heard from scouting directors. There's going to be the new wave is going to be pitchers that can actually pitch, change speeds, do all this because hitters have adjusted a lot to the velocity. They're used to that. All of a sudden, there's going to be pitchers coming up that can throw nasty pitches that move, but mainly changing speed. Knuckleballers are coming up right now. We've got some really good ones in the minors. We got Matt Waldron. It's going to be a new trend. And then all of a sudden, everyone's going to be, oh, Coach Joe, yeah, well, that's obvious. Yeah, you shouldn't chase velocity. It's like, guys, I know it's obvious. Okay. I'm just one of the first people to be telling you guys. And I'm not afraid of being the only one because I coached travel ball for like 10 years. And fortunately, none of my guys were blowing out their arms. I thought it was insane. Okay. All of this, throw your best pitcher 500 pitches on a weekend, but that's what people are doing. It's insane. I got out of it and now I'm trying to help people. Okay. And so trust me, there's going to be changes in the game and guys that from a young age, they learn to pitch, learn good mechanics, throw strikes, learn a knuckleball, focus on a changeup, don't get caught up in it. Then they have a healthy arm. They just going to go 10 times further than the guy that when he's 10, he's all the rage at the PGs because he hit 60 at 10. Oh my goodness. Wow. This guy's unbelievable. And he's going to have surgery after surgery after surgery. And it's just going to be a very short career. It's tragic. It's honestly very tragic. And so think about it. How are guys able to have long careers even when their velo drops? And the answer is just simply everyone's just trying to throw max effort every single pitch. I've even heard a video of Trevor Bauer talking about this. Like, okay, why does a pitcher go from one team to another team and then he's throwing 4 miles an hour harder? And he's saying, well, it's just because that's what they're telling him to do, is throw every pitch max effort. So your 12-year-old could probably throw harder and hit higher numbers at a PG if he just do every pitch as hard as he possibly could. And maybe he'd have some good games doing it. But he's going to blow out his arm, and he probably won't do as good as if he just pitched at 80, 90%, hit his spots, learned a good changeup. The art and science of pitching, which is a beautiful thing that people used to celebrate, that I believe will be celebrated again once the data on all of this is so indisputably conclusive that MLB is going to step in and they're going to change it. But really, it's going to happen from the Moneyball type aspect where the A's, like in the Billy Bean movie, the, Moneyball, where they're like, oh, let's, change the way it is. Okay, everyone's trying to throw 100. Let's get a team of guys that are good pitchers that aren't going to get injured. Now we have a staff that actually lasts the whole year and we're going to succeed, as opposed to having to spend hundreds of millions of dollars on 10 starting pitchers, knowing only 3 or 4 of them are going to be healthy. So it's going to be a new thing for sure, because MLB is already actively looking at the changes. There's quotes. You can Google it right now. Google it. MLB is actively looking at changes for how to address this situation. And if they're looking at that in the MLB, then, I mean, come on. Youth players, youth coaches, parents, this should be your priority. Baseball, MLB already has like Pitch Smart where they have their recommendations. Nobody follows them because it's all chase velocity, throw 1,000 innings, do all this. So that's what we're trying to do. And I'm trying to explain in so many ways, trying to trigger an emotion, trying to, show how bad the injuries are. And now I'm trying to use logic. We've got to make this connection that this isn't about, hey, don't try to be the best, just, throw average. No, be the best by having an incredible long career. It's like if you're trying to, be a great, bodybuilder, don't start doing steroids when you're 12, okay? Develop yourself. And that's essentially what we're trying to do. So think about this from a logical perspective and, what is best for your kid in the long run. And if you're a kid watching this, what is best for you in the long run? Because what is best for you might be different than what's best for your travel ball coach in the next tournament. Because if you're good, he's going to say, throw max effort, torque off a bunch of curveballs, give me 200 pitches this weekend, and you're a hero. And hey, maybe you'll do that and, your arm's sore, but you're not blown out. Okay, that can last a little bit. Eventually, that's not sustainable and it will blow out. So think about it, and maybe even think about it logically and maybe even selfishly. Do I want to blow out my arm winning some rings, or do I want to have a career in baseball and go as far as I can and then, be healthy even when I'm done. So think about this, guys. We're not trying to trick you guys to throw slower. We're trying to give you guys the best career. I coached a long time. I played professionally. Now I'm doing this. We're trying to change the culture of baseball. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments, especially like, yeah, give me examples of times where you've seen, pitchers throwing like insane amounts. I mean, I could give you example after example of, kids that it's sad. They're coming in with like casts and stuff. And it's like, man, you got to just change the way you're looking at this. All right, guys. So let me know what you guys think in the comments and, topics for future videos. We're trying to help you guys. We're trying to help the kids. We're trying to help the parents navigate all of this, and let me know. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.